Hello guys, this is Base. It's almost the first anniversary in the end. Like seriously, how time flies. Thanks for sticking with me since the launch of HBR EN. But enough about that because this is gonna be a long video anyway. It's a massive update with of course the main spotlight being Angel Beats. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. Starting from November 14th, we'll have the upcoming limited collab story event focusing on Girls Dead Monsters guitarist Hisako Fujita. That is the beautiful The Blood event and an event that is full of surprises, especially for Angel Beats fans. And another collab story event, which is basically a rerun of the first, where the Cosmos blossom. Both are written by Jun Maeda and is easily recommended for fans of Angel Beats. And again, for those that have read First Beat, this is basically Second Beat. Next, the ton of freebies we are gonna get in this update. And boy, it's a lot. 2, technically 3 lock-in bonuses, one for 15 days, get a total of 3,000 quartz and 75 life stones, another for 10 days for 1 SS guaranteed 10 pool, and lastly, only for new players and ones who started playing after the collab, for 5 days, get 10 tickets for a 10 pool with a guaranteed Yuri S1. Also, if you somehow miss this one time drop till like the 16th, you'll get 1 S or above guaranteed ticket and 300 quartz in your mailbox as a countdown gift. Next are the mission types. The first anniversary campaign, which are weekly missions for 5 weeks that get you a total of 5 S or above guaranteed tickets, 3,000 quartz, and 10 SS shards. The Master Skill Training Support due to the release of the first batch of, Master Skills. These are missions where you get upgrade materials and most importantly, 15 Laplace Hexaprisms, and that is enough to unlock at least one Master Skill. The first anniversary special mission where you have or had to complete these following events ahead of time or during this period: Crime, Punishment, and Love, Oshimaya or Oshima Family Tales, Turning Aspirations into Words, Letters on the Back, and lastly the main event, Beautiful the Blood, to get a total of 10 SS guaranteed recruitment scripts or puzzle pieces for, another S guaranteed memoria. Free 10 pools every day, totaling 150 pools. Yes, 150 free pools. And lastly, on the anniversary update, we will be getting 3,000 quartz straight to our mailbox. Whew, that is a very long list of freebies, which I think all of us can appreciate, and is certainly a way to top the amount of freebies we are getting the past month or two. Now finally, for the gameplay side of things, first is the next season of Arts Battle coming in this update. For those who play, this season will introduce the 31F card deck, and you can unlock the 31A swimsuits deck. The second being another Clock Tower expansion. It features the materials for the skill evolutions of both Shiki and Maki SS1s. Nagalai, I expected Supression Mission to be in this announcement too, looking at their calendar and all that, but it doesn't seem to be, so I guess they are delaying it in the next update alongside the next Astrarium, or they'll shadow drop it. I could never know with these things. And as always, the next one is Scortac. Challenge number 28, Eternal Grief. As usual, here on screen are the multiplier conditions for the next 2 weeks. This was originally 3 weeks in JP, so 3 different multiplier conditions. So despite it looking to be 2 weeks from the announcement, I'll put the 3rd week multiplier conditions anyway. Tips for this boss: it might seem easier than usual, but dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, considering majority of its attacks are AoE. So yeah. Now we get to the banners, but before the collab banners and the other banners, I have to mention the arrival of regular recruitment, or the green ticket banner as I call it. It's the banner where you can pull every SS once easier. So in this update, the player level cap increases to 150 and you get 2 tickets per player level increase. So say if you're at or over level 100 with the release of this update, you're basically given 200 tickets to pull on this banner. Now, the banner itself works like a wishlist banner, but only 4 instead of 10. So When you pull an SS, it's a 25% chance to be one of the 4 you pick, and you can switch the selected Memoria for every pull. Like I said, a really great way to get every SS once in the game has come to EN. Now for the actual gacha, it's 2 banners, surprisingly just 3 new SS Memorias, and 2 which are the rerun of the first 2 collab units that are Yuri and Kanade SS1. That I'll now talk about briefly since I already made the review for both when they first initially released, so check my HBR playlist to find that video. Anyways, for both units, well, at the time of their release, so 6 months ago, they are basically the top of their respective elements' DPS. Now they're still strong to hold their own weight, but they're not necessarily the quote-unquote best or the quote-unquote meta ones anymore. First up is Faraway Eden Miyuki, who is an ice defender and to me easily one of the best healer defenders, arguably the best pure healer defender in the game right now, and even currently in JP. Obviously, this SS is an upgrade from her S Memoria, but man, it really is a massive upgrade. Her EX skill gives party-wide DP recovery that overheals up to 150%. Pair that with a solid 3 turns. 3 turns. Party defense up. This combo in this EX skill alone lets your team shrug off massive hits from multi boss fights or grueling high difficulty stages like Anachrony or Scar attacks, where sustainability is always king. Her common or non-EX skill, number 1, giving 3 SP AoE for 2 to 3 attacks provoke, with a self-defense up for 1 turn, which is perfect for tanking certain hard-hitting bosses. And her passive gets a one-time break guard. Break guard is basically when DP drops to 1 instead of 0, as long as she's above 50% DP at start of the turn. And her second non-EX skill, this is a standard 9 SP 3 hit ice hit AoE attack, which since you are using her as a healer or defender, you can just ignore this, and if you want, you can just replace this skill with her S Memoria's party healing / frontline defense up skill. Overall, she's basically an all defense, no offense kind of Memoria, but I do think in most general content, her defense and sustaining capabilities will prove herself to be very useful for you. Too bad she squeezed in a banner alongside Kanade and Yuri SS1, which makes it less appealing and definitely a skip for the most part, but if you get her, she's one of the best defensive Memorias in the game. Her future is safe. Now the other banner drops the SS2 of both Yuri and Kanade, and both are of the ice element, but filling different roles. Yuri SS2 being a niche icebreaker and Kanade being a high skill ceiling attacker. Starting with Yuri, she's an ice pierce breaker that admittedly is limited to only be effective with ice weak enemies and with an ice team, with her 16 SP EX skill dealing a 4-hit attack with a plus 50% DP modifier that applies Super Break on only ice weakness enemies after they have been broken. Though she does get a buff where it now triggers on her own break and chains attacks for a bit more priority. Super Break is basically when she breaks, she increases the enemy's max DR or destruction rate up to 300%, which can massively boost your damage. Her non-EX skills are both 10 SP 1-hit ice single target attack, one focusing on breaking DP with a 30% DP modifier and the other for increasing destruction rate or DR. And her LB0 passive makes it that when you break with her for the first time, you can get 8 SP, which for her is very needed because frankly, all in all, I don't recommend this Memoria. It's SP hungry and the damage with the Super Break isn't that worth it for the amount of SP you need for it. And even in her own niche of Super Break, Yuki SS3, even though she is a light Memoria with Super Break, gives more value and versatility than Yuri SS2. Sorry, Yuripe fans, but this Memoria's future is not safe and her SS1 is still the better one despite for us it would be free. Kanade, on the other hand, is the opposite. She is an ice/attacker whose kit revolves around managing her DP for some amazing DPS. Why? Because her EX skill is a 6-hit single target attack with a plus 50% HP modifier, where her damage scales directly with her DP even past 100%, up to 150% for her peak damage output. To help with that, her first non-AX skill is a self-DP recovery skill with just 4 SP. But it's not just that, it can also overheal Kanade into that 150% cap. So yeah, pretty good skill. And you won't necessarily need an EA unless say your Kanade isn't protected by the front line or the enemy attacks for that turn, which most of the time it does. Her other non-X skill is a Ice Slash AoE attack with a plus 30% HP modifier at just 8 SP, compared to Yuri's equivalent of 10 SP and being single target. She's really useful in a ice team also because her LB0 gives your party ice skill attack up, and for Kanade fans, if you will up to LB3, she gets another passive that adds plus 7 DP per turn whether she's in the front or in the back, with the 150% cap. And lastly, if you have her SS1, like I suggested, that self Mind Eye non-EX skill will be very helpful in further increasing her EX skills' damage. Her only real caveat is that she's a pure attacker, like I mean pure. So you need someone to break the enemy's DP first to effectively kill it with her HP focus attacks. Overall, she's still one of the best Ice DPS out there, and with her easily achievable synergy with Ice teams, and if you have her SS Moria, I think these two aspects alone makes her both future-proof and safe. From an elemental perspective, again, Kanade is a top-tier DPS while Yuri is admittedly the weak link. She's a decent DR generator versus Ice weak enemies, but that also makes her too niche, and the fact she's SP costly makes her not appealing to get. From a general/common perspective, Miyuki is a Memoria that is one of the best at sustaining your entire party, so if you get her, you won't regret it. Now, would I recommend these two banners? As a massive fan of Angel Beats who wants to get them all, yes. But as a HBR player, I suggest skipping because one, to get Irie, you need Irie to be the rate up you get instead of Yuri or Kanade SS1, especially if you have them already. And the other banner has one great Memoria but also has a bad one. So you have to remember, if you barely or haven't saved up, Admiral Aoi and Diva Ruka are inching closer and closer. So save up while you can, especially for those wanting to get the best Memorias gameplay wise possible. But as always, if you love the characters, I mean hell, it's Angel Beats, their artworks, or want their specific abilities, feel free to ignore my advice and pull for them. You won't really use the welfare as Hisako Memoria that much since she isn't a highlight as Memoria, even if she has two skills, one that gives AoE confusion and one that gives single target ice defense down, which is just good, nothing too special even as an S Memoria. The last banners I have to mention are the paid quartz Angel Beats collab Step Up Recruitment and SS Guaranteed Recruitment, which are both a skip, and the rest are the ticket banners of the respective freebies I mentioned earlier. Though I don't know anything about the Master Skill Celebration SS Guaranteed Ticket Recruitment, my best guess is that it's related to the Master Skill login bonus 2 weeks from now based on this schedule. It's probably gonna be another SS Guaranteed Tempo, isn't it? But who knows? For now, this is my speculation, and yeah. Unless they talk about some purchasable packs and deals with, well, actual money. Usually they have one for every single update with an event story drop, and I usually feature it in these videos whenever the announcement also features it. First is the Angel Beats second collab Premium Pack A and B. This is for the whales out there. The collab celebration SS Guaranteed Recruitment set for whales who want to get and guarantee themselves at least a single SS Memoria. And lastly, arguably the best purchase you can buy in HBR, that is the first anniversary selection pack or the SS Selector. For low spenders and dolphins, these are the best value since, as the name suggests, you can pick any SS you want within the pool of the SS Selector. While I can't say nor confirm if this selector will be based on the second anniversary selector since this event was JP's second anniversary, or if they'll add or remove some memorials considering we are barely following the schedule of banners in JP, But I expect the likes of Sutama and some other strong and meta memoirs to be there currently. And if you don't have them, this is a guaranteed opportunity of getting them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video, guys. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Just for anyone watching Series X right here. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.